días, espero que se la estén pasando bien. Yo creo que apenas se están levantando ustedes. Queremos saludarlos de parte del Ministerio de Niños. Queremos decirles que los estamos extrañando un montón, ¿no crees, Eva?
Sí, los estamos extrañando mucho, de verdad. Deseamos verles muy pronto y espero que sea pronto, es pronto. En realidad extraño esos abrazos, esos apapachos de mis niños, pero ¿saben qué? Lo que hemos platicado con Arnoldo, no hemos estado con ustedes, pero ustedes tienen los mejores maestros en sus casas. Yo me imagino que papi y mami están leyendo la Biblia con ustedes y están orando, tomando tiempo en oración con ustedes. Y eso nos hace sentirnos muy felices porque sabemos que de alguna manera Dios tiene a los mejores maestros, a los mejores guías en sus casas, que son papi y mami. Espero que sea así, papi y mami. Espero que estés pasando tiempo con tu niño, en oración, leyéndole la palabra de Dios y sobre todo sembrándoles en sus corazones de que no somos esclavos del temor. Estamos viviendo en un caos en este tiempo, pero eso es para los que no conocen de Dios. Ustedes que conocen de Dios, nosotros que conocemos de Dios, ya no tenemos que pasar por ese miedo. Sí tenemos miedo, pero podemos venir ante el Padre y entregar ese temor. Y sobre todo sembrar en el corazón de sus niños que Dios es el mismo de ayer, de hoy y el de siempre. Y Él es el mismo que hizo milagros hace mucho tiempo y Él lo sigue haciendo hoy en día. Así que confiamos en su palabra, que Él nunca nos dejará, nunca nos abandonará. Así que ánimo, niños, les amamos en el amor del Señor y les extrañamos muchísimo y esperamos verles pronto.
Yo creo que lo que estás diciendo tiene mucho sentido porque la palabra del Señor dice en Deuteronomios capítulo 6 y 7, grábate en el corazón estas palabras, oigan niños y oigan padres, que hoy te mando, incúlcales continuamente a tus hijos, hábleles de ellas cuando estés en tu casa y cuando vayas por el camino, cuando te acuestes y aun cuando te levantes.
¿Eso qué significa, maestro Arnoldo?
Pues lo que significa es que los padres tienen que estar con sus niños bien atentos en todo momento. Ya como decía Eva, los mejores maestros de los niños están hoy en día en sus casas. Tienen que hablarles, no, la Biblia no dice que solo tienen que hablarles en la noche ni en el día, tienen que hablarles en todo tiempo, porque eso es para que los niños no pierdan ese sentir, no pierdan esa pasión por la palabra del Señor.
Así es.
O sea, hay que hablarles a los niños en todo tiempo.
Así es, maestro Arnoldo. Así que les amamos en el amor del Señor y les mandamos un fuerte high five. Bendiciones.
Dios los bendiga.
Hey everyone, my name is Mel, and I'm so happy that I'm right here with you, joining you through the TV. And today we're going to be sharing a little bit of a story with you. So I want you to get your brother or your sister or whoever you have right there with you, get comfortable, and I want you to do one thing with me before we start. Can you grab your 2 fingers, yeah, and put them right here behind your ears and just wiggle them a little. There you go. I just want to make sure that you are listening. So today we're going to be talking about seasons. Do you guys know what seasons are? You know, summer, we have spring, we have winter, and we have autumn. And I'm going to tell you, my favorite season is summer. You know what? I love summer because that means I get to go outside. I love going to the beach. I love going on hikes. Anything that can get me out of the house, that's my favorite. And my so not favorite season is when it rains a lot. Sometimes it's spring, which I love spring, but sometimes it rains too much, or even winter time. It gets really cold, and that means that we can't really go out. But guess what? Even the seasons that we don't like, they're necessary. Like I said, I love summer and I love spring, but sometimes even during the seasons where it rains a lot, it's necessary because that means that, you know, the rain waters all the plants so they can bloom during springtime. And if it doesn't rain a lot, it can be a little bit troubling during summer times. So today I'm going to be sharing a Bible verse with you, and you can find it in Ecclesiastes 3. So if you have your Bible, you can grab it and you can open it to Ecclesiastes. If you don't know where that is, you can ask your mom or your dad or whoever you have right there. You can ask them to help you out. And if you don't have a Bible, you can just listen to me right now, and then you can have your parents or somebody to read it back to you later. So we're going to start in chapter 3. And again, we're in the book of Ecclesiastes. And it says this: a time for everything. For everything there is a season. A time for every activity under heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant, and a time to harvest. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to tear down and a time to build up. A time to cry and a time to laugh. A time to grieve and a time to dance. A time to scatter stones and a time to gather stones. A time to embrace and a time to run away. A time to search and a time to quit searching. A time to keep and a time to throw away. A time to tear and a time to mend. A time to be quiet and a time to speak up. A time to love and a time to hate. A time for war and a time for peace. What do people really get for all of their hard work? I have seen the burden God has placed on all of us. Yet, God has made everything beautiful in its time. Isn't that awesome? I know right now we have been going through a lot of changes. We went from going to school and seeing our friends every day. We went from maybe going to the park or having to go to, our sports or maybe dance lessons or whatever it is that you did outside. Now we get to be home and we don't get to really go anywhere. We went from having our mommies and daddies going to work. Maybe you have one of your parents that stays home with you all the time, or maybe you're with your grandparents. And now everybody is in the same place. Guess what? I have a brother and he's driving me crazy. So I understand if your siblings are driving you crazy as well. But what is the lesson behind all of this? You see how it says that there's a time for everything? And right now it's our time to be inside. Well, there's times that it's okay for us to be going everywhere. Now it's our time to stay inside. And while all of the seasons might change, and maybe, you're gonna have new friends in school next year, maybe you're gonna change to a different home, even churches might change for you at one time or another. But guess what? God never changes. Even through all of the seasons and even through all of the craziness that's going on right now, God is always the same. And no matter what happens, God is always true. And God is always kind. And God is always going to be there for you. But today, I just wanted to tell you that I know that maybe, you're starting to get a little anxious that you can't go anywhere. Maybe you miss your friends. I miss my friends. Maybe you miss going out. I miss going out. I just told you, my favorite season is summer and I love being outside my house. Maybe it's starting to get a little weird, that you're home all the time and you have to see your friends and even your family members through a screen. Look, we are now going to church while watching a TV. And I know these are weird and changing seasons, but I just wanted to remind you that no matter what happens, God is always there with you. And even if you feel scared, even if you feel sad, God is always there no matter the season. So remember, through anything that happens, God will never change. And again, while this is our season to be inside, God is there with you. And don't lose this opportunity to talk to Him and tell Him how you feel, because He wants to know you and He wants to be your friend. So again, thank you for listening. And you can find this Bible verse that we read today and the story about change in Ecclesiastes 3. And it's nice to go and read it again, and you can ask your parents questions about it, and you can maybe share with us about the different seasons and your favorite season. So I'm so happy that you listened to me, and don't forget that no matter the season, no matter what happens, God will never change, and God listens to you. He cares about you, and He will always be there for you. So thanks again for watching. We're just so happy that we get to connect with you through this form right now. I know that's a little bit different, but we're just so grateful that we get to do it. So we will be here again next Sunday, so don't forget to connect. And if for some reason you want to go ahead and watch it again, you can. So yeah, we are praying for you. We love you, and we can't wait until we all come back together and we get to dance and we get to pray and we get to do all these things together. Love you guys.
Te saludo, bye.
Hola niños, los extrañamos y que Dios los bendiga y queremos cantarles esta canción. Are you ready, Kayla? Okay. Cristo ama a los niños como tú y tú y tú. Cristo ama a los niños como yo y yo y yo. Niños como tú que alaban al Señor. Cristo ama a los niños como tú y tú y tú. Bye guys, que Dios los bendiga.
Bye, niños.
There's a whole lot of change coming your way, 'cause like it or not, nothing stays the same. So hold on tight and follow real close. God is good and He's in control. Clap your hands like this. Now do the twist. Stomp your feet the same. Now sing this way. Oh, 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 oh. There's a whole lot of change coming your way, 'cause like it or not, nothing stays the same. So hold on tight and follow real close. God is good and He's in control. Clap your hands like this. Now let's pump fist. Stomp your feet the same. Now whistle this way. Change it one more time. Clap your hands like this. Yeah, we're gonna do the twist. Stomp your feet the same. Now shout this way. Hey, hey, hey. There's a whole lot of change coming your way, 'cause like it or not, nothing stays the same.
All right, so I know Cynthia has been giving you guys a challenge every week. And today, I want to give you guys a challenge as well. I want you to have your mom and dad record you telling us how things have been changing at home for you. For us, at least for me, how things have been changing is that, just like you, I have to stay home all of the time. So I'm using that time to read a little more, and I'm trying to learn new things. Last week, I baked a cake. I'd never done that before. Baked a cake, but not this type of cake. So that's kind of what I did. So I want you to grab your mom and dad, and I want you to have them record it, and they can send it to us. Padres de familia, cada semana les hemos dado un challenge a sus hijos. Y esta semana queremos que los graben diciéndonos cómo han cambiado las cosas para ellos en su casa. Se lo pueden mandar a Fabi, a Cynthia o a Hector, o si no tienen los números de teléfono de ellos, pueden mandárselo a su coordinador de iglesia en el hogar para que podamos venir y poner los videos de los niños la otra semana en el video para ellos. Así que así ellos se pueden ver entre ellos mismos y pueden ver a sus amigos que no han podido ver durante este tiempo. Gracias por conectarse hoy y conectar a sus hijos para que ellos puedan crecer también espiritualmente durante estos tiempos que estamos pasando. So kids, thanks again for watching, and thanks again for giving me your listening ears. I cannot wait to see you guys again and share another story. Love you guys. Take care.